Steelers Nation, hold on to your seats. Another painful loss in the Pennsylvania battle, and to make matters worse, the drought in Philly has now lasted 59 years. Meanwhile, Russell Wilson couldn't save the offense, and Rex Ryan didn't hold back on TV. And if you think you've seen it all, there's a big name looming on the horizon for 2025. Could a veteran be the solution? Don't miss a single detail of these updates and hit that like button, because this is going to stir the pot. The Steelers remain unlucky in Philly, and Sunday added another chapter to a 59-year drought that seems endless. The Eagles came out on top in the Week 15 Pennsylvania battle, cruising to a 27-13 victory. Mike Tomlin might not be pulling his hair out over this loss, but Rex Ryan on ESPN's Get Up is practically shouting the opposite. According to him, Steelers fans have every reason to hit the panic button. Ryan didn't hold back, saying, "They're not as good as their record says. Don't get me wrong, Tomlin's a heck of a coach, but ever since they put Russ Wilson in charge, it's been a mess. No wonder I preferred Justin Fields." Russ's impact on the ground game? 0. They're terrible at running the ball. Look at these numbers. 3.8 yards per carry over 8 games, and they're only converting 37% of attempts. That's enough to worry any fan. The Steelers are now 10-4 on the season, but have fallen to 6-2 with Russell Wilson as the starter. While Wilson has added some sparkle to the passing game, the Eagles' defense, arguably the best in the NFL, made him and the Pittsburgh offense look amateurish. The team managed only 184 total yards and scored 0 points in the second half. That's right, a complete shutdown. To make matters worse, George Pickens, Wilson's primary target, missed the game due to a hamstring injury. The gamble on veteran Mike Williams as WR1 didn't pay off, as he managed just 1 catch for 15 yards. On the ground, even worse. Pittsburgh totaled a meager 56 rushing yards. Najee Harris, 6 carries, 14 yards, and a crucial third-quarter fumble that killed any chance of a comeback. And guess what? The fumble was credited to Wilson, but Harris took the blame. If that wasn't enough, TJ Watt, a cornerstone of the defense, left in the fourth quarter with an ankle injury. The good news? X-rays came back negative, and it seems he'll stay in action. Despite the loss, Pittsburgh secured a playoff spot thanks to missteps by the Colts and Dolphins, but the schedule isn't letting up. They now face the Ravens on Saturday, and then the Chiefs on Christmas. Talk about a tough road ahead. Do you think the Steelers' ground game is sinking? Drop a comment. But hang tight, because what's coming next could shake up the franchise's plans for 2025. Russell Wilson brought new energy to the Steelers' offense in 2024, but the team's future at the quarterback position remains uncertain. Wilson, who missed 6 games early in the season with a calf injury, has played well since Week 7, but his journey in Pittsburgh might soon end as he becomes a free agent after this year. Here's where things get interesting. There's a big name on the horizon, veteran Kirk Cousins. With Wilson and his backup, Justin Fields, both set to hit the market, the Steelers could find themselves in an unusual situation. While it seems likely Wilson will stay, nothing is guaranteed. This led Corey Woodruff from For the Win to suggest the possibility of Cousins donning the black and gold next season. According to Woodruff, Cousins would be a natural fit for the Steelers system, especially if Arthur Smith, the former Falcons coach, takes on an offensive role in Pittsburgh. Cousins, currently on the bench in Atlanta due to rookie Michael Penix Jr., still holds some appeal for teams in need of an experienced quarterback. He signed a 4-year, $180 million contract, but with only $27.5 million guaranteed left, the deal is negotiable. Of course, the Falcons will likely try to trade him before outright releasing him. The point is, Cousins hasn't had his best season, but with the quarterback market increasingly inflated, his price tag might be considered affordable, depending on perspective. If Pittsburgh loses Wilson and Fields, they might consider a trade. Additionally, Cousins has a no-trade clause, but it's hard to imagine he'd turn down the chance to lead a franchise like the Steelers. However, all of this depends on how the offseason unfolds. If Wilson and Fields stick around, Cousins is just talk. But if not, Pittsburgh could be eyeing a veteran looking for redemption. Who knows? Look, Steelers fans, it's tough to stay optimistic with the offense struggling and Russell Wilson's future up in the air. And thinking Kirk Cousins might be Plan B? I don't know. But one thing is clear, the Steelers need to reinvent themselves. Subscribe to the channel to stay updated on the next big news.